Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a day in the life in the military. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tasson Foray. My social media handle is nfargo or just Fargo. I'm a 36 Bravo financial management, we're not financial management technicians anymore, we're finance comptrollers. I currently serve as a budget analyst for my organization. I just finished up a econ for defense course. It's pretty much just macroeconomics for the military. So yeah, I just finished the course. We literally just finished the last portion of it, did a little briefing, and now I'm gonna head back to the base and just go to work and take y'all along with me. Still getting ready. I was on TikTok earlier and I saw a video on blousing your boots. For those of you that know, there's a thing called boot blousers, right? They're about $1. Yeah, $1 for a pack. And I always lose them, right? They're like these little string things. They have hooks on the side. You wrap them around your leg, and then you just cuff your pants with them. But they're so easy to lose, whether like you're just doing day to day, or if you're out in the range. They just seem to disappear. They seem to disappear more than socks after you wash them. I was watching TikTok, and I just saw this interesting video on blousing your boots with just your socks. So I'm about to give it a try. Let's see how that turns out. All right, so I already had this boot on this foot. So while I'm doing this, I would like to note that if you're working like an admin job like myself, you don't want to have dirty boots because you work in the office. You want to present a professional appearance. It's okay if you're out in the field or at the range and your boots are dirty, but if you work in the office all day, you know, you want to keep up your uniform and have pride in it. So I figured it out. After you do your laces, in the video they show you just wrap it around among itself and then you tuck in the excess. For my laces, they're too short, so I pretty much just tucked it in the front. Then you fold your socks down. Bring your pants leg down. It's a little too low. And voila. We'll see when we stand up. So let's do the other leg real quick. Boom. Every time I come home, I end up just undoing the whole boot. Just get it off. Alright, let's see how the full picture looks. Alright, so I actually like that technique because it's so much quicker. It's more comfortable because you don't have those blousers squeezing your legs, cutting off your circulation or whatever. It's not that type. I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit, but it is a little uncomfortable wearing them. But with the socks, you know, it's just like having nothing on. Alright, y'all, so I'm sorry for the change in the audio quality. I just put on my Rode mic. My Rode mic is something that I've had for the longest and I've been dying to use, but I haven't used it in any of my videos. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it on, test it out, and see how it goes. So for the rest of the video, hopefully the audio quality will stay like this and I'll be rocking my Rode mic, you know, the NBA mic'd up. I actually want to do a video like that, like the military version, you know, mic'd up, and just give y'all that type of experience where y'all see like day to day, you know, just our reactions to it. Another video that I'm planning is I am airborne qualified. I jump out of planes. I want to give a video, you know, from start to finish, starting from, you know, lining up, volunteering for it, and actually getting on the bird and then jumping out. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's head on out. All right, y'all. It's hot as hell outside, but we're gonna sit here for a minute, let the, oh my bad. It's hot as hell outside right now, so we're gonna sit here and let the AC, you know, cool off and blow for a little bit. In airborne units, or if you're in airborne units, we normally wear what's called a beret, which is like maroon, tan, or green, you know, like wool. thing on their head. That's a beret. But I'm not wearing that right now. It's too damn hot. So my issue with the beret is that it just takes so long it takes forever to throw on a freaking beret, man. And by the time you have it on and the way you want it to look, it's time to take it off again. You're already where you want it to be. So you're always throwing it on and you're like adjusting it, and then you finally like inside or at your car, and then you take it right back off. So I feel like it's kind of pointless. But I do remember when I first joined the military, I could not wait to earn a freaking beret, man. That was like the bane of my existence for a little while. But before we go to work, I'm gonna go stop at Chick-fil-A, grab some breakfast, because I'm starving, man. All right, so I have no clue how y'all YouTubers do this, the whole driving and recording thing. Right now I have my camera like halfway in the cup holder, halfway on the seat, and just propped it up. So got a clear frame, but I don't know if there's like any specific, like is there a tripod for the car type thing that y'all use? Let me know, because I don't know. I'm like scared that it's gonna just topple over. Then I'm gonna be fumbling, trying to stop the recording, save my battery and everything. But yeah, right now I'm stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. It's on the border of Kentucky and Tennessee, actually. Most people, well, I wouldn't say most, but I prefer to live on the Clarksville side, Clarksville, Tennessee, as opposed to the Kentucky side, because it's like literally as soon as you cross that border and you're on the Kentucky side, it's very country. And being from the city, you know, this is the closest that I'm gonna get. So yeah, I prefer the Clarksville, Tennessee side. There's more food options that I'm aware of, but overall I would say the food option in the Fort Campbell area is trash. If you're thinking about moving out here, PCSing out here, just know that if you want good food, you're gonna have to travel about 40 minutes to Nashville, 45 minutes to an hour to Nashville, just for a decent option. A lot of fast food restaurants, a lot of commercial restaurants, but nah, man. Nah, bruv. So I would say that Fort Campbell is one of the better duty stations. The other duty station that I've been to was Fort Stewart. I was stationed there for a few years. I've been to several other duty stations, but I really love Fort Campbell. It just has the perfect balance. For me, it's not too far from Atlanta. It's not too far from Chicago. You have Nashville that's right there. The flights are expensive. So if you're looking at flights, you'll be flying in and out of BNA, which is the airport in Nashville, and their flights are always like more expensive than everyone else, and I don't know why. Like for example, the trip to New York was like $300+ last time I went to New York from BNA, right? But what I did was I drove to Atlanta, and my flight from Atlanta was only like $70-something because we booked it in advance. So like that just goes to show like the gap in the pricing. It's just crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like not enough people flying here, so the prices are up, or what it is. But yeah, it's crazy. Or it may be because this is a tourist destination. So Nashville is an area where people go to celebrate their bachelorette or bachelor trips. So maybe that's why. But if any of y'all know why it's so expensive to fly out here, please let me know. Man, I be struggling, man. I be struggling with them flights, y'all. I be trying to use any kind of military discount, any kind of discount, buddy passes, whatever I can when I'm flying out here. And you know me and Bria, if y'all have been watching any of our channels, we travel a lot. I feel like I'm talking too much right now. My mouth is starting to get dry. Gotta hurry up and get to Chick-fil-A, give me that lemonade. So, don't have my mic on me like I said I was gonna do, and I've been going back and forth between my phone. But without further ado, let's get into the pros and cons of being in the military. Pro number one, I would say the first pro of being in the military is that you have job security, and I say that in regards to your paycheck. So once you join the military, you have the security of knowing that you'll be paid on the 1st and the 15th. Your check will always be there as long as you're not facing UCMJ. No matter how many hours you work, whether you're on leave or not, you actually get paid more while you're on leave. And yeah, the check is always there. So in my experience early on as a young private joining the military, there were times where I blew a check, plenty of times, and I was able to just, you know, chill out in the barracks, eat at the BFAC, hunker down, and once that next check hit, it was like I was never broke. That just provides so much security, and it just feels like you can never go wrong. You have that safety net of being in the military. Also, once you join the military, you're pretty much guaranteed, like I said, as long as you're not facing UCMJ, Article 15s or anything, you're pretty much guaranteed progression and promotion within the military. Literally, all you have to do is show up, do your job, and be good at your job. You know, make sure you work out, and you'll make it in no time. I'm a perfect example. I'm a staff sergeant in the United States Army. I've served currently 8 years, going on 8 years right now. I made E6 in about 5 years. E6. I made E6 in about 5 years. I have one field grade Article 15. I received my field grade Article 15 in South Korea for breaking curfew. And if that's the story that you would like to hear, please let me know in the comments below. I'll happily have story time with y'all. But pretty much, just like everybody else in Korea, I received my field grade for breaking curfew. I was knocked down from almost an E4. I'm gonna get into the story and let me know if y'all want to hear this story. But I was going to green to gold, got hit with breaking curfew, lost all of that, got knocked down back to private. Yeah, so just like everybody who's ever received a field grade early on like that, I was unmotivated. I wanted to leave the military. I didn't give a fuck for a few months. I'm not gonna lie. I ended up leaving Korea, going to Fort Stewart. The people I was with, you know, they just had so much faith and trust in me, and they were able to build me back up. It just, you know, just re-energized me. I was back on the grind, and lo and behold, I made it in 5 years and ahead of most of my peers. That's bars right there. That just goes to show, like, you know, just that job security that you have within the military. Just keep doing what you're supposed to do. Be at the right place, right time, right uniform, and yeah, easy money. So right now I'm doing my barracks check just for the privacy of the soldiers and of the organization. I may record just a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it at a minimum. So let's go run through the barracks real quick, see what we find, and yeah, I'll get right through with y'all. Alright y'all, so like I said, I definitely could not share what our barracks look like. If I was to share that, some sergeant major definitely will be hitting us up and definitely fucking our shit up. But like, our barracks right now look like a rundown apartment in New York. So yeah, I'm not too proud to show y'all what that looks like. So yeah, I'm not gonna do it to them. Pretty much I'm just going around checking the barracks, making sure that, you know, all the doors are secured, you know, everything seems to be working in a working order, which, you know, they pretty much did. They just need to clean that shit up because one of the hallways literally smelled like broccoli and shit. I used to live in a barracks a couple years ago, and I remember that it had like its own distinct smell. It wasn't too bad, but one of the hallways literally smelled like broccoli and ass, and yeah, I had to get up out of there. So I got 4 barracks in total. That's the first one. Go ahead and check the other 3. We're at the time 1809. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and check the other 3. Yep, so I'm gonna get back with you. But we're about to go ahead and check our second set of barracks, and while we're at it, let's discuss our second pro. I'll say the second pro of being in the military is, I want to say, the traveling, right? In my experience, So in my experience, traveling is definitely the second pro of being in the military. I say that because many of us who join the military right out of high school, or maybe you may have completed a couple years in college, right? You may not have traveled to many countries, let alone states within our country. But immediately after passing basic and AIT, we get shipped off. And most likely you're gonna get shipped to somewhere that you've never been before. In my experience, my first duty station was Camp Casey, South Korea, and I never ever left the country until then. I definitely was depressed before actually, you know, getting to witness what it was like to be in Korea. I thought I was gonna be sent back to Georgia. I was naive back then, so I hated the idea as I was being sent. If y'all wish to hear the whole story about, you know, all of that, I would include that in my Article 15 story, because I feel like it all ties together. So please, 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 if y'all are interested in that story, please let me know down below in the comments, and I'll make sure to have story time. But pretty much, I was depressed. I actually got to the country and I was blown away. In the military, we're given the opportunity to travel and just experience so many different cultures. There's so many resources out there to help you cope with being, you know, separated from your family, and just having the camaraderie of your unit. You know, you guys are all in unknown parts of the world, parts that are unknown to you, right? And y'all all going through the same thing at the same time, and you're there for each other. So you always got people that got your back. Y'all having the greatest time of your life. I feel like most of the greatest moments of my life happened overseas. Like, I've had so much fun, to the point where when I came back to the States, like officially, like nothing touches that. Like nothing could compete with that experience. So the best times of your life will be when you're overseas in the military. All right, so we're at barracks number 2. Let me go ahead and check this out. If it looks better than the first one, I got y'all. Oh Damn, close myself in the door. All right, so we're done with the second one, and it looks a lot better than the first one, and it actually smells way better. It's currently 1825. Got 2 down, 2 more to go. Our barracks, the barracks here are way nicer than the barracks that I've been in the first, what, five or so years of, not even 5, I'm lying. I think I was in the barracks about only 3 years. So the first 3 years I was in the Army, I was in the barracks when I was in Korea and Fort Stewart for a little bit. And these are by far way better. They have their own kitchen. It's pretty much like an apartment setup. You have a kitchen, a living room area kind of it. Nah, I don't want that's an over exaggeration, but it's a small area where you have like a dining room table and everything, you know, like a gathering area of your own. You know, you got the bathroom and the sink, and the rooms are separate. When I was in Fort Stewart, we shared a bay between 2 people. You split it, 2 or more people, and we split it using you have like these, every barracks has these huge cupboards, right? And we use them like dressers or whatever. And they're so big that we would just split off our room using those. And then you have your small little dressers that you keep near your bed. And that's pretty much what we used in Fort Stewart. We didn't have a kitchen. We just had a sink area with a fridge next to it, microwave on top, and a bathroom. And that's what you shared between 2 or more people, up to 4, depending, you know, how packed it was. So yeah, I'm gonna do these last 2 buildings. I'm gonna meet y'all back at the unit. All right, so I'm lost. I was kind of lost as hell for a second. So they got me following a strip map. If any of y'all know what that is, it's pretty much somebody freaking PDF'd a map, you know, using shapes and shit. It's like MapQuest actually. So we got the directions on the left side, like turn on this street, whatever. And then you have like shapes in the PDF, and they try to like, you know, guide you on where to go. I think I found it. Yeah, I'm just about there. Got 4 more bunkers to go. But yeah, it's hella deer out here. As y'all can see in the B-roll before this. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's actually quiet and peaceful though. Let's see, this is it. All right, so I had to whip out the phone for this one. I'm back at the headquarters and whipped out the phone because this YouTube video is pretty much like a covert operation, you know what I'm saying? Don't want anybody to catch me while I'm doing this. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the next pro, which ties into the last one. I'll say that it is the camaraderie in the U.S. Army is unmatched. Like I was saying before, like we get sent out to locations that is unknown to us, and you know, we pretty much just stick together. We have each other's back no matter what. We hype each other up, and you know, we just always there for each other. Especially when you're going through TRADOC, when you first join the military, when you're going through basic and AIT, none of y'all pretty much know what y'all gonna go through, or what it's like to be a soldier. So just sharing that experience together and just growing together, it's just like, after you get through it and you look back on it, it was like one of the best times because you just remember like embracing the suck together. And you know, there's a lot of that in the military. And then it's not always about embracing the suck. There's just times when, you know, you're just going out and you're just having all these great experiences while you're traveling, training, whatever it is. And it's just memories that you'll try to hold on forever.
Many hours later.
All right, y'all, so battery just died, switched over to the phone. We're gonna wrap this up. So this one is pretty much gonna be, this one's a double-edged sword. It's a pro and a con. One thing about joining the Army that's different than most of the branches is that you get to choose your own job based on the qualifications that you have. You could do this, it's the same with the Air Force. It's similar with, just similar with the Air Force. However, the Air Force doesn't let you just choose any job. You get to choose, like, what I remember, you choose like a list of jobs that you would like to do, and then they help you pick from that list. The Marines and Navy, they don't really let you pick your job. You're infantryman first, then later on, I believe your job is selected. Whereas in the Army, literally before you even join, you sit down with the recruiters, and you take your ASVAB and everything, and they help you decide. They give you a large catalog, and they pretty much say, hey, you apply, you qualify for these jobs, which one do you want? Do you want to take the ASVAB again to see if you can qualify for more jobs? So you get to select your job. Now, once you're in, right? Previously, you pretty much didn't have say-so where you went. The military is up to what's called your branch manager. However, the Army has come up with a solution, to try to cater to service members. Now we have a system called Ask 'em, right? And that system, it pretty much just tells you which jobs are available for your rank and for your skill. Over time, as you're in the military, you'll gain what's called skill identifiers, and those skill identifiers opens up jobs for you based on what you know how to do and what you're great at. So in a sense, you get to pick your own job and your assignment. However, it's still based on the needs of the armies. They give you the sense of like I get to pick where I'm going, but I mean, if your marketplace says Fort Bliss and then Fort Drum, are you really picking? Like, it's which one you consider like the better of two worse assignments. For example, I wish I could show you what my marketplace looks like right now. For example, my marketplace is Fort Stewart, where I already came from. I'm never going back, honestly. If I ever say so, I never want to go back. I have 2 assignments on there for Fort Bliss, for 2 separate organizations, and then Korea, which I've already done. Don't want to go back. Recruiting and drill sergeant. So I was like, damn, like, am I really picking like where I want to go? It's like where I want to go out of those, and they're all terrible assignments to me. Oh, Hawaii was on there, which is considerable, and then Utes of FIPCOM, which is in Indianapolis. I thought about that too, but I mean, so that's 2 that maybe 2 out of what? Like, I don't even remember how many. Like no more than 10 assignments that I would consider, but I really wouldn't want to live there. I don't know anything about Indianapolis and Hawaii. I mean, you can't really complain. It's Hawaii. So I don't know. It's probably too expensive. I don't know. But yeah, so you could pick, but it's out of what's available, for what they made available to you. Other than that, all my equipment is dying and everything. I'm exhausted from this 24-hour shift. So we're going to wrap it up today, and I'll get back with you in the next video. Please like and subscribe if this video was helpful to you, and please comment below what I can do better to improve my videos. Thank you.